basic mistake, quite easy, is they start with the lighting directly in line with the front edge of the layout, whereas it should be in front, at least 6 to 9 inches in front of the layout. So that's a classic basic mistake. Your intention should be to get some brilliant white, fairly harsh lighting on the front, changing to some sort of dimmer, more warm colour at the back, thereby giving depth. It's tricking the eye into thinking of depth. You have to design or suggest or talk to the owners, just depending on how they built their layout. So the gentleman earlier on was saying that he has a Colorado gorge and scenery on his end gate. Well, that would be completely different to something like Lidgate here. So we start off with a layout complete and fully lit. If you now take out the colour, which is the blue and the green, you may on the camera see a slight difference. That's without the blue and the green. That's with, so we'll go and take it back out again. The difference that's making is it's picking up the highlighting on some of the roof detail and on the colouring and the green and all the foliage. The idea again is because mixing fluorescents and halogens mean that you're actually knocking out, you're flattening out the colour spectrum and you're losing that colour, so you've got to put it back in. The easiest way is to start off with some sort of fluorescent bright white light on the front, and then graduating that to halogen warm bulbs towards the back, and adding colour as required to get rid of the difference between halogen and fluorescent. We'll knock out the spectrum and we'll take out the frequency, so you've got to add in the colour to balance out what you're doing, whether it's green, whether it's blue, whether it's red on lots of brickwork. Now that is just cold fluorescent from the front only, without any warmth, so you've lost all definition, you've lost all depth, and it's gone a very flat and cold looking layout. If we reverse that, so we put in the warmth, we put in the colour, like so, and we'll take the fluorescence out. You've now got a warm looking layout with some extra colour in, but no fluorescence on the front. So therefore you've got shadows down the front, no depth at all, and a very orangey, yellowy looking layout. If I take the colour out on that one, again, it's flattened it out completely. So to revert, put the colour back in, plug back in the fluorescence, like so, and you've then got hopefully a fairly balanced lit layout with the fluorescence at least 8 inches in front of the layout, with a border on the operating side to stop the spill of the fluorescent over the layout. You just want them to be very much on the front of the layout only for the first couple of inches. And hopefully you should have a fairly decent lit layout. The whole concept, from my ideas, my point of view, is if we made it too complicated or too expensive, then the average modeller wouldn't do it. But this way, you can go down to your local B&Q, Wix, Robert Dyer sort of thing, buy the components off the shelf and do it as cheaply, as simply as that.